Hi all, welcome to the channel, welcome to the workshop. We have the Delorean on the bench again, and that's because I've just received a couple of mods from Mike Lane Mods. I'm going to do a quick review and install. So without further ado, let's get building. Right, so this is what we got from Mike. So Mike Lane Mods, I will leave a link in the description below where you can get any of these parts. So we get a nice little thank you card. And the items I've ordered, I've got the vinyl wrap for Mr. Fusion. And I've got Mr. Fusion just here. So the wrap will hide these screw holes. And although mine does look really good, the Mr. Fusion decal on both sides, I have seen that some do wear away and are just generally not very good. It's probably one of the reasons why I delayed getting this actually while we were waiting for news on Eagle Moss. But now we've got the vinyl transfer there. So as you can see, it is a really good quality print, and that's just going to wrap around the Mr. Fusion that we've got. And the other item I ordered were the license plates for the DeLorean. Now these are quite heavy actually, they're all die-cast metal. And you can see we've got the 3 different versions, obviously the one from Ready Player One, as well as the 2 standard ones from the first movie and the second movie and beyond. Now, if you're doing this from Eagle Moss, I don't believe you get this plate at all. You only have the out of time plate. So if you wanted to stick to the Back to the Future 2 edition, you would need this plate. You can buy all these plates separately. As I said, I will put a link in the description below where you can get these from. So I'm going to start with the easy option, which is the Mr. Fusion wrap. So let's get this one opened. So there it is. You can see it's a really nice, clear, crisp print in really good high detail. And that is just going to wrap around the current Mr. Fusion with the cutouts obviously for the little button there. And obviously it will hide these screw holes, which would be brilliant. Now, it does give you a little bit of information there, so for the application and some hints and tips. So that's the little card you get. I've given this a really good clean off, so it is ready for vinyl to be applied to it. Right, so because it's only held in by the single screw, I've opted to take this part off. It should make it a lot easier to apply the decal. And all I'm going to do is line up the transfer with that line that's already there, and then just removing the backing as I go, smoothing it around. And now Mr. Fusion is looking just like that. And I must say it looks 110 times better than what Eagle Moss gave us, especially hiding those screw holes. So I'm just going to reattach that to the base part. Now I am planning on doing the version from Back to the Future 2, so that's one of the reasons why I opted for this. Obviously, if you're doing anything prior to Back to the Future 2, you obviously won't actually require this one, but it still makes a really good display piece, and the workshop is still very, very dusty. But that's one part, and that looks absolutely brilliant. So I'm just put it out to one side. Now the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to open up these plates, and we're going to be putting it on the back of the car. It does mean with the stage that I am at, I need to take this rear section off. So to do that, we just need to undo the back bumper like that, and then there are 3 screws, and this section will come off. Remembering to watch out for the lights and the cables that are behind here. So I'll do that in a moment, but first of all, let's open up this pack and see what we've got in here. So again, we've got the little instructional card. We've got the various options there. So I am going for the option of the magnetic fixing because I've got all 3 plates, and it means I can swap and change as I like. But there is a permanent option, as you can see there. So in the pack, we have the 3 license plates, looking just like that. And as I said, they are die-cast metal, so they are really heavy for what they are, and really speaks a lot of quality. We have another bag here with the other sections in. So we've got the magnetic fixing kit, and we've got the permanent fixing kit. So we won't be using that one. I will be using the magnetic one, as I said. And we've also got these tiny decals. So they're looking just like that. So I'm going to start off just by removing the screws from the back of the bumper. And as you can see, that has come off just like that. Now the easy option would be just to disconnect these 2 wires. So we now have this section completely separate, and obviously we've got the instructions here, but basically all we're going to be doing is undoing these 2 screws, just like that. Now we won't need those screws anymore. And that has released the license plate. And then we're going to, as I say, get the magnetic fixing kit. Now there are certain magnets in here. Now there's one in particular that has the corner cut off it, as you can see there. That's the one that we need to fix to the bumper here, or the back plate. So we're just placing that one just there, and we're just going to line up the holes on this one. Just like that. Now, Mike Lane has also provided this magnet, and I'll just show you this one. And that is so, if you've got the original Eagle Moss plate, you can still use that one. However, we are not going to use that one because we have a much better one to use. So we're going to take that one out. Mike has given us this little pick to make it a lot easier to remove these. Now, as you can probably hear, they are full metal. Obviously the magnets aren't on there at the moment, so we've been given these magnets as well, and we just need to stick those to the back of the plates. Right, so we've now got all the magnets put on the back of those. I'm just going to show you each of these in close-up as well, because these are absolutely brilliant quality plates. So as you can see there, you can see they are 3D, so they have got the raised up lettering. I will just compare it to the Eagle Moss one, so you can see hopefully on camera like the vast contrast in quality, even with the colours as well, and even down to the fine lettering detail. Now we do have obviously put the stickers on here. Now the reason there's blanks on here, I never actually did it for the Eagle Moss ones, but in fairness they did supply some stickers for this, but I've always coveted the Mike Lane ones, and it's probably why I never got around to doing that. So that's the outer time plate. We have the 2015 plate, and as you can see that is super shiny, completely reflective material, and it's looking absolutely brilliant. Again, obviously that one is flat, but it's a really good print, and as you can see, really high quality. I will need to polish my fingerprints off this one. And then we've got the final plate there that you can see, again, also still very good quality, really well painted and decorated, and it does feel like a quality part, and it really will finish off the back of the Delorean. So I'll just show you that with the out time plate in there, and as you can see that's not falling out at all, so the magnet will hold it in there really nicely, and you can just use the pick, and then obviously we can have the 2015 version. And finally we have the Ready Player One version. For the moment I'm going to stick with the out of time plate, but as you can see there is a noticeable contrast in the quality, even in the colours of the plate itself. So I'm now going to just reattach this one to the back of the car. Again, it's just the 3 screws that go through these holes here, not forgetting the cables to connect there, and just ensure that those are tucked in nicely. So as you can see, even if you've got as far as I have and attached the rear lights to the car, it is still a super simple mod to do, because at this point I'm just at 103, issue 103. It's still really easy to remove the rear lights of the car. Obviously if you've got any of the top part connected, any of the bits that on the back here, it might be a little bit more difficult. You might have to take apart a little bit more, but certainly until you've got anything else added to probably the fusion area, this is probably going to be an easy part for a long time to fit. I will get a nice little beauty shot for the thumbnail, and you'll be able to see what that looks like in close-up. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please remember to give me a big thumbs up. That certainly added a nice bit of quality to the rear Delorean. If you want to get any mods for yourself, please check out Mike's website. I will put it in the description below. If you want to get the DeLorean, that is also available as a pre-order from fanhome.com. And again, I'll put a link in the description below. If you want to see more of how the DeLorean progresses or anything else that goes on in the workshop, please remember to hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. Until then, I'll see you around.